Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I would like to react to one of the Shamoun's video where he made a conversation with a Muslim brother and he tried to confuse him. He was trying to quote a Quranic verse and misinterpreting it. He literally translate a Quran verse and make it to seem like Allah is praying to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is not true. He misinterpreted the Quranic verse, trying to confuse the Muslim brother. The reason why he misinterpreted this verse was because he was trying to cover up the fact that Jesus actually prayed to God. So let's listen to the video so that I can react to the video and give the actual interpretation of the verse which he was trying to misinterpret. Now let's listen to the video.
Did he praying to himself? So is he praying to himself? Is Allah praying to Allah to himself?
Probably not. Like I said.
You see, there are difference between what he just explained now and the Islamic aspect of prayer. So you see, even the tashahhud that the Muslims send prayer upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by saying that Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, it means we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send prayer, that is to have mercy. If you see the interpretation of this verse, which is in Qur'an 33 verse 50 says, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends his prayer upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it means Allah venerates the Prophet, he have mercy upon the Prophet. And so also when we do our tashahhud, that we send the salah upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by saying that Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, we are saying that, oh Allah, send prayer upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means have mercy upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and venerate him. So if you take a look at the verse Shamoun quote in Quran 33 verse 50 says, it says, Inna Allah wa malaikatuhu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima, which means Allah sent his salah on the Prophet and his angels do so. O you who believe, send your salah on him and greet him with taslim. So if you check the interpretation of this verse of the Quran, the meaning of the salah that was mentioned in this verse, according to Bukhari, who said, Abu al-Aliya said, Allah's salah is his praising before the angel, and the salah of the angel is their supplication. And if you go further, you will find out that Sufyan al-Thawri and other scholars who said the salah of the Lord is his mercy, the salah of the angel is their seeking for forgiveness. So if you take a good look at this interpretation of this verse of the Quran, you will find out that the sending of the prayer by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is totally different from Jesus praying to his father, because his father is his creator. Jesus only prays to God just the way the creation prays to their Lord, and not the other way around, not the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent his prayer upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he sends his prayer by having mercy upon him and venerating him in front of the angels, and also the angels are seeking for forgiveness upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But as for Jesus, he prayed to his father, which is the creator. And that's the reason why in the Arabic text of the Quran it says, Inna Allah wa malaikatuhu yusalluna ala nabi, ala nabi and not lahu. Yusalluna lahu means they pray to the Prophet, and we all know that it is only the creation that pray to their Lord and not pray upon their Lord. But in the Quran verse it says ala nabi and not lahu. Yusalluna lahu and yusalluna ala, they are two different things. So you have to learn this difference. Even if you're an Arab speaking person or you came from Saudi Arabia, that does not mean that you know the interpretation of the Quran. You have to meet the Islamic scholars to give you the interpretation of the Quran. You don't just interpret the Quran the way you want or the way you feel it is. And that's also the reason why the Prophet ﷺ has to teach his companions the interpretation of the Quran. Even though they are Arabs and they know how to speak Arabic, that is even their mother's tongue, but the Prophet ﷺ has to teach them the interpretation of the Quran. And that is why today we have the tafsir of the Quran, which is the interpretation of the Quran. Thank you very much for listening to my video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.